Hey everyone, Ash here with the Better Than Yesterday blog. Taxes and tax reform are some of the hardest conversations to have. Finding a tax system that pleases everyone is basically impossible. So let's go over the different tax types and who pays the most with each tax. In the US, there are three main tax types: regressive, progressive, and proportional. Regressive tax means that the same tax bill is paid regardless of what income level you are at, which naturally causes more burden on low-income earners compared to high-income earners. Examples of regressive tax are taxes on consumer goods, sales, gas, sin taxes, and Social Security tax. Now let's jump to an example. The basic idea of how regressive tax burdens low-income earners goes like this. A low-income earner and a high-income earner each buy a vehicle and each spend $20,000. The sales tax rate is 10%. Therefore, each paid $2,000 in tax. That percentage of income paid in taxes is more of a burden to the low-income earner. The United States federal income tax system is a progressive tax system, which means the tax rate increases as the taxable income progresses from low to high. This causes the tax burden to increase with income. The progressive tax system tends to collect way more in taxes than regressive or proportional taxes, which ideally cancels out the low income burden of regressive tax by increasing the tax burden on high income earners. For example, the progressive tax brackets cause the following tax bills. The low-income earner pays $1,000 in tax, the middle-income earner pays $10,000 in tax, and the high-income earner pays $30,000 in tax. The tax rate increases with income to reduce the burden on those who can least afford to pay. And finally, a proportional tax is a fixed tax rate, otherwise referred to as flat tax. This rate does not change as the income increases or decreases. And of course, the high-income earner will still be paying more in taxes than the low-income earner, but the actual percentage of each taxpayer's income paid in taxes is the same. For example, the low-income earner will pay $2,000 in taxes, the middle-income earner will pay $10,000 in taxes, and the high-income earner will pay $20,000 in taxes. The impacts of these tax systems are much more complicated than it may seem. There are several other credits, deductions, exemptions, and other things like that also play a role in where the tax burden falls. Follow along this tax season to learn more about taxes.